When your dog suddenly bites you, do you actually know what they're trying to say? Most people assume it means anger or aggression, but that is often the exact opposite of what is really happening. In many cases, a sudden bite is your dog's way of reacting to something deeper, and if you miss the reason behind it, you could make the problem much worse without realizing it. Let's start with what that bite really means.
1. When you're petting them and they snap. Have you ever been petting your dog? Everything seems perfect, and out of nowhere they suddenly turn and nip at you. It feels personal. Like 1 second they loved it, and the next second they punished you for it. But here's the thing. Your dog probably didn't snap. You just missed the moment they asked you to stop. Dogs also have a sensory threshold for physical contact, and every dog's limit is different. What feels like a relaxing moment to you can slowly become overwhelming for them. Dogs usually show warning signals before they ever bite. A stiff body, a tail that stops wagging, ears pulling back slightly, even a quick lip lick or turning their head away. These are not random behaviors, they are signals. And when those signals are ignored, the bite becomes their last way to say, "That's enough." The fix is simpler than you think. Pay attention to small changes in your dog's body language. If their body stiffens or they move away slightly, stop petting and give them space. Ending the interaction early actually builds more trust than pushing through it. And here's something that might surprise you. Not every bite means your dog wants space. There's one type of bite that means the exact opposite. And when you find out what it really says about how your dog feels about you, it might change the way you see every playful bite they've ever given you. But first, there's another very common reason dogs bite.
2. They think your hand is a toy. Why does your dog sometimes grab your hand with their mouth when you're playing? You wiggle your fingers. They pounce. You laugh. But one day, the bite suddenly hurts. Here's what many dog owners don't realize. You didn't just play with your dog. You accidentally trained them to play with your hands. Dogs, especially puppies, explore the world with their mouths. If your hands are the thing that moves, wiggles, and reacts during play, their brain starts seeing them as a toy. It's not aggression, it's learned behavior. The more your hands become the target during playtime, the more your dog believes skin is part of the game. And the way most people react can make it worse. They pull their hand away quickly. To a dog, that looks exactly like prey trying to escape, which triggers their chase instinct even more. The better approach is simple. Use toys instead of your hands during play. Tug toys, ropes, or balls create distance between your skin and their teeth. If your dog grabs your hand, stop moving completely and redirect them to a toy. Over time, your dog learns that toys are for biting, not people. And hey, if this is already changing the way you understand your dog's behavior, consider liking and subscribing. It helps more dog owners learn what their pets are really trying to communicate. Now let's talk about a reason that many owners overlook. 3. Something in their body hurts. What if your dog bit you not because they were annoyed, but because they were in pain? This realization can be heartbreaking for many owners, because sometimes they only understand it after they've already scolded a dog that was trying to protect itself. Dogs are incredibly good at hiding pain. It's part of their natural survival instincts. In the wild, showing weakness can make an animal a target. So your dog may still walk normally, eat normally, and act mostly the same, until someone touches the exact spot that hurts. And that's when the bite happens. Not because they are aggressive, but because you unknowingly touched something painful. Joint pain, dental problems, injuries, or internal discomfort can all trigger this reaction. And sometimes the bite is the only clear signal your dog gives. If the biting behavior is new, or it only happens when you touch a certain area, pay attention. Watch for signs like flinching, limping, or avoiding certain movements. A quick visit to the vet could reveal something your dog has been quietly dealing with. Sometimes a single bite is their only way of saying, "That hurts." 4. They're scared and reacting instinctively. Have you ever reached for your dog and they snapped so fast it felt automatic? No warning, no buildup, just a sudden reaction. That wasn't anger, that was fear. When a dog feels threatened or startled, their brain switches into survival mode. In that moment, they're not thinking about who you are, they're reacting to what their body perceives as danger. This can happen if a dog is sleeping and suddenly touched, if a loud noise startles them, or if they feel trapped or cornered. You'll often see fear signals around the same time: ears pinned back, a tucked tail, wide eyes, a low growl. These are signs of a dog that feels overwhelmed, not mean. And when a dog feels cornered, biting is the fastest way to create distance. The worst thing you can do in this moment is chase them, scold them, or trap them. Instead, give them space. Let them calm down and come back on their own terms. Fear bites aren't personal. They're simply a reaction to feeling unsafe.
5. It's actually a love bite in disguise. Remember earlier when I mentioned there's one type of bite that means the exact opposite of aggression? This is the one. Some bites from dogs aren't warnings. They aren't fear. They aren't frustration. They're affection. If you've ever been relaxing with your dog and they gently mouth your hand or arm without hurting you, that's often a sign of trust. Dogs sometimes use gentle mouthing during bonding and play. It's their way of interacting closely with someone they feel comfortable with. You can tell the difference easily. A love bite is soft. Their body is relaxed. Their tail might be wagging slowly. Their eyes look calm. They're not trying to escape. They're simply interacting with you in a playful, affectionate way. The biggest mistake people make is reacting too strongly. If you yell or pull away suddenly, your dog may become confused about the interaction. Instead, stay calm and gently redirect them to a toy if the mouthing becomes too strong. Because in that small moment, your dog isn't trying to hurt you. They're simply saying something in the only language they know. And that language is built on trust.